we all want to go to someone who has felt the way that we feel. So you having overcome those obstacles is what makes you the perfect coach for that person. And I always say your perfect client is a version of you 3 to 7 years ago. So think about the obstacles you had between 3 to 7 years ago. Maybe it was not knowing your path. Maybe it was depression. Maybe it was feeling overworked, burnt out, comparison, judgment. These are the kinds of people who are struggling with that right now that you can coach, teach, inspire, lead. So the fourth category that we're going to go into is your excitement. What are you excited about? What are you Google searching or chat GPTing? What podcasts are you listening to? What YouTube videos are you watching? What docuseries are you checking out? What conversations do you want to have with friends? What are the things you can't stop thinking about? Like, what are the things you're just like obsessed with right now? You know, we all have those things that we're just like, I want to learn everything about this subject. So I always say excitement are the breadcrumbs guiding us towards our dharma. And looking back on the different like iterations of my dharma, it was always the thing that I was excited about a few years before. You know, like I was obsessed with healthy recipes and nutrition and positive psychology and then Ayurveda, and that became my books and that became what I taught about. And then I became obsessed with spirituality, that I was teaching about Ayurveda, but I wanted to know more about my past lives and the meaning of life and these bigger conversations, which eventually became my podcast. And then I was obsessed with learning about my own dharma, and that eventually became Discover Your Dharma. And I was obsessed with, you know, how do I create a 7-figure business? No woman in my family's ever worked before. I come from Iran, the Middle East, where women are extremely suppressed. So I became obsessed with learning about business, created our soul business mastery. You know, I kept going. And that's really what we've created here at Highest Self Institute. It's all things that I have had to learn for myself, that have found my way to the other side, that I teach people with, but it always started with what I was just excited about. So what are the things that you're excited about? And one of the practices that we do in DCI, Dharma Coaching Institute, is we have you write a list of everything you're excited about and categorize it. And you start to notice different categories of, I'm really excited about, you know, healing modalities. And I'm really excited about events. And I'm really excited about technology. And then we start to weave them together, and through coaching, asking you the questions so you can remember the answers. Because guys, that's what coaching is, by the way. Coaching is not having the answers. No one has the answers. I don't have the answers for your dharma. You don't have the answers, Ryan. We don't know. Only Spirit knows. But what you become as a coach is you become what I call Carmen Sandiego, that you learn how to ask people really valuable questions and listen and hold space and be present and be attentive. And in asking those questions and being present with them, their soul is able to whisper to them the answers that the busyness of their mind would have never allowed them to hear. So you essentially create the space for the divine, for their own intuition to come through. So instead of me telling you, hey, your dharma is to create a photo gallery of, you know, a woman who experienced postpartum depression and take before and after pictures of them. Like, it's like, what? Where'd that come from? However, you know, I was paired with a stranger on the streets of Boston with literally a sign that says, I will help you find your purpose in 3 hours, through sitting with her and doing this exact practice I'm telling you right now, the Dharma Blueprint. That was her dharma. A complete stranger. And I'll link that video below. I did it with Sky Cohen's on the Sky Life YouTube channel. It was amazing. You witness it happening in real time. And this was just a stranger on the street that just by asking her the right questions, holding space, became the biggest project of her life. And she's gone on to become a Dharma coach as well, which is so freaking crazy because stranger on the street. Power of synchronicities. You meet the right person at the right time. So what are you excited about? Because it's always guiding you. And then the fifth category in the Dharma Blueprint are your superpowers. What are your superpowers? What are the things that people compliment you on that you might just like kind of take for granted? But let's be real, like you don't give out compliments to everyone on anything, you know? If you're complimenting someone on something, you really see it in them. But we're so used to getting the same kind of compliments and feedback all the time that we're just like, oh, everyone says that to everyone, but they don't. So if people tell you like, wow, like you have such beautiful energy. We don't say that to everyone. Hell no, we don't say that to everyone. Very, very few people we say that to. If they're saying that to you, take it. If they're saying, wow, you have such an amazing way of making me feel seen and heard, that's a compliment to you. Wow, you have such a great way of taking complex subject matters and making them easy to understand. That's to you. Wow, you have such a beautiful home. I always feel so welcome when I'm here. You throw such beautiful dinner parties. That's a compliment to you. So think about the things people compliment you on, the things people have seen in you. And sometimes it only comes from like when we're working with other people, we're like, wait, not everyone's like this. And we realize our uniqueness. And that's our magic sauce. That's our superpower. And your superpower, I believe your soul chose prior to incarnation because it knew it was the exact gift you needed to unlock your dharma. So what's your superpower? And we got lots of practices in the Dharma coaching program to help you remember yours. So we bring all 5 categories together and we've got the Dharma blueprint. So what you'll actually do is you'll write these all down and you'll like put it on your fridge, stare at it, and let it start communicating to you. Because there you have the blueprint of your soul. And the Dharma blueprint allows us to take our Dharma and direct it towards something. Because the question of like, what is your Dharma? Well, truthfully, I believe all of our Dharmas on the highest level is the same. We're all here to raise consciousness. But we're all here to do it in different ways. We all have unique gifts, personalities, expressions, experiences, life wisdom. And this is going to inform how we are here to raise consciousness. Someone's Dharma may be to clean the oceans, and someone's Dharma may be to build a spaceship, and someone's Dharma may be to create new educational systems, and someone's Dharma may be to change our food system. We need them all. So that's the beauty of the Dharma blueprint. It takes this like lofty, big question of like, what's like the meaning of my life? Into where can I focus my energy on next? And the Dharma blueprint evolves as you do, because you're going to come back to this practice a year from now. You're going to get different things because you have different life experiences, different things you're excited about, different archetypes coming online. And that's going to shift your focus.